Hey friends, welcome to Bulletproof Knees. Doesn't that sound great? Now listen, I'm going to share with you a really simplified version of a knee health recipe that I have used with clients, whether they have like runner's knee or jumper's knee or just some knee aches and pains, some basic chondromalacia stuff. But this can be used proactively to help keep your knees safe and healthy. Now, I do need to say, if you have a diagnosis of like a torn meniscus, ACL issues, something like that, then you definitely need to see a doctor and get help with that. This is just basic knee health and proactively preparing your knees to not be injured. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the muscles that go into the knee joint. So not the knee joint itself. That's not what we want to make stronger. We want to make the muscles, tendons, and ligaments that go into the knee. That's what helps the knees to be stronger, as we strengthen what supports that joint. The knee is one of the largest and the most complex joints in the body. So we have a lot of muscles that go into it. Ligaments, tendons, etc. Basically, though, I'm going to keep this simple. We have quadriceps, hamstrings, the lower leg front, tibialis extensors, and then the calf and gastrocnemius soleus that makes up the calf. The hip complex also plays a big role in the health of our knees. So we're going to do some basic exercises together. I'm going to guide you through one set. You can press pause and do a second or third set if you'd like to. My favorite thing to use for a lot of these exercises is my green loop band by Perform Better. It's my favorite band. I use it a lot with my dancers, and I use it a lot for knee and hip health. But the first thing I want to do with it is find a comfortable place to sit, and we're going to do something that I call gas pedals. So I'm going to put one foot in the bottom of the loop, and I'm holding it with my other fingers, both hands, and I'm just going to push down. I'm not going in and out, and I'm not going up and down. I'm pushing like I'm stepping on a gas pedal. So I'm going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm going to do the other one. You can do up to 20. What this does is it helps to create a little bit more synovial fluid in the knee joint so that it's going to work a little bit better. Ready? Other leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Gas pedal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent job. Now, we are going to work our way from the top to the bottom around our muscles that connect into our knee joint to support it. The first thing we're going to work on are quadriceps, the front of the thigh muscle. I am going to give you one exercise with no equipment and one exercise using our fun little band for each set of muscles. So with no equipment, I'm at a nice 90-degree angle. My back is pressed against the wall and my legs are straight out in front of me. If this is not available to you, if your hamstrings are a little bit tight, you can elevate your seat with like a balance pad or a cushion or something like that. Then we're going to do 10 on each leg. I'm going to contract my quadricep. So I'm not lifting my leg yet. I'm going to squeeze my quadricep, lift that leg, lower it, and then relax it. So I want to see those motions, and I'm looking at my quad to make sure it's doing that. If you start to get a cramp, go ahead and stop and roll it out a little bit, but you don't want to work through a cramp. So I'm going to start on my right leg as I mirror you. First, 10 on each leg, and I'm going to contract, lift, lower, relax, and then 2, lift, lower, relax, and then 3, lift, lower, relax. It doesn't matter how high you lift, just that you are activating that muscle. 5 more. 6, lift, lower. Ooh, I feel it. 7, lift, lower. And 8, lift, lower. And 9, lift. Remember, you're squeezing that muscle. Squeeze, lift, lower, and relax. Good job. All right. We're going to do 10 on the other side, and then if you want to, you can press pause and do another set on each leg. So other leg, left as I mirror you, and 1, lift, lower, and relax. 2, lift, lower, and relax. 3, lift, lower, and relax. 4, lift, lower, and relax. 5. It's hard to relax, right? But I want you to rest at 6. You want to be able to feel that muscle coming into contraction and then out of contraction. 8, lift, lower, and relax. I think 9, lift, lower, and relax. One more, lift, lower, and relax, and then shake them out. So you can press pause and do another set of those if you'd like to. If you need more intensity for it, you're going to put that band around the ankles and then you're going to lift. So now I have a little bit of resistance along with focusing on those quadricep muscles. Give it a try. Okay, we're going to go to the back of the thighs now. So the hamstrings, but we're also going to be working the hip complex. So we're going to be working the outer hip and thigh, glute medius, and we're going to work our full glute as well and the hamstring. So a lot of posterior chain here and outer hip and thigh. I'm using my band on this one, but you can do this one with or without the band. So I'll just show it to you one way with my band. I have my band right below my knees and above my calves. That's a nice place for me that it kind of stays still, but you're welcome to put it above the knees if that's more comfortable for you. All right, I'm going to go into my lying down position, getting ready for my bridge. And the most important thing I like to tell people here is that I want a nice plumb line. If you peek, you can see hips, knees, ankles all in a nice line. I don't want to have my feet wider or my knees wider for this purpose. You might do that for something else. All right, hands on the floor. Press those shoulders down into the ground, and I'm just going to lift up. So you can do a basic bridge right here, just lifting up, but I have that resistance of the band. And then I like to add an abduction. So then I'm going to press those knees open, bring them back to neutral, and then back down. So I'm going to go lift, open, neutral, and down. Lift, open, neutral. Let's keep counting. We've got 3. We're going to go to 10 and 4. Keeping the ribs in nice and strong. And 5, keep going. And 6, I'm starting to lift my toes. So I am working really through those hamstrings and glutes a little bit more. This is 8 and 9. We just have one more together. And 10 and rest. Now, before you pause and do another set on your own, if going into a bridge position does not feel comfortable to your knees, so some people already feel knee pain in that, I want you to play with the distance that your heels are to your hips in that bridge position. So maybe you need to move your feet out just a little bit. Maybe you need to bring them in a little bit. I will tell you, my experience is that the further my legs are away from my hips, the more the work goes into my knees and the less into my posterior chain. So pause and give another set a try. All right, so you might have seen this coming, clams. We are going to do clams, and we're going to add a little technique to it that'll make it a little bit more challenging to you. Again, this exercise can be done with or without bands. I like it with bands. And I use a wall to make sure I get really, really nice form and I don't allow my hips to rock back and forth. So on my wall or flat surface, you're going to put your feet against it. I have my feet against it. I also have my bands in that same place on the bridge, right below my knee, above my calf. Then I'm going to lay back so that my back and my shoulders, my hips are all against the wall. Now, I like to lay like this or like this. You can do that. That doesn't feel good to my neck. So I'm going to come all the way down. Now, my hips can't rock back when I open my knees, right? So let's give this a try. We're going to go 10. We're just going to open. And 9. Good. You should feel that resistance. 8. And 7. And 6, I'm just coming off my mic, and 5, and 4, keep the ribs tight, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hopefully you felt that. We are going to flip sides and do 10 on the other side. Okay, so I'm in that same position. My shoulders, my back, my hips, and my feet are flat against the wall. All right, head comfortable. You could even put a pillow under your head. Let's do 10 on this side. Ready and go. 1, as wide as you can go. 2, and the band definitely changes things. 3, but this is very effective without a band also. So if you don't want to use a band or you don't have one available, that's okay. We have 3 more. This is 8 and 9 and 10. Excellent job. If you'd like, press pause and do another set on each side. Going down the leg now, and we're going to work the front of the lower leg. Remember, these muscles also connect into the knee. So we're going to work the tibialis and extensor muscles on the front of the leg, as well as some muscles that go into the foot and ankle, which will feel great to you. So I'm using my band again. I have it around the arches of my feet, and I'm going to have one leg straight. That leg is not, that's my anchor leg. And then one leg bent or soft, and I'm pulling away from that band for my other anchor leg. I'm going to do 10 foot pumps, right? So I'm pumping my toes up. Try it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did you feel that little burn in there? That's what we're working on, those muscles. So let's try it on the other side. So I'm anchoring this leg. I'm flexing or bending my other leg. I have my foot flexed where I get my resistance. Then I just come down a little bit and then start pumping. I don't want to point all the way. The band will roll off. Ready and go. Pump 1, 2, 3, just the ankle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent job. So the last muscle we have left to work is our calf muscles. I'm going to grab this band and I'm going to put it just around my ankles. All right. I'm going to stand up. You can use balance if you'd like to. I could hang onto a wall if I'd want, or you can test your balance. I'm going to put enough space between my feet that I feel resistance from the band already. I don't want them real close together. Again, if you want to use something for balance, you can. And I'm just going to simply do calf raises. So we're going to go up onto the balls of our feet and down. Again, I want you to focus on your calves. Balance is important, but I want you to focus on the work in the back of the lower leg. So if balance is a distraction, then we just want to hang on to something so that we can get nice and high and work those muscles without being distracted by balance. All right, so we're going to do 10 of these. Remember, I have some resistance. Body is nice and tall. On your mark, get set, go. We have 1 and 2, as high as you can go, and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Excellent job. And another thing you could do here is to do it without bands. You could also add load. If you have weights, dumbbell, kettlebell, something like that, you could hold a weight to do it, or you could hold a big textbook or a gallon of milk or whatever. You don't have to have actual dumbbells to do it, but we want to load up those lower leg muscles. So I hope you found something that works for your body and felt good to you. Again, with or without bands, all of those exercises, there are so many other ways we can work the muscles that go into the knee. And the idea here is not squats and lunges. Those also work some of those same muscles. But we want to work to strengthen the muscles that go into the knee without putting load and weight on the knee joint yet. Do these a couple times a week, get a little bit stronger at it, add reps to it. Again, I have other options. If you get bored with these, just holler at me. And pretty soon you'll be doing those squats and lunges with little to no knee pain.